Happy New Year, Libra, and what a good one it's going to be for you. Very, very exciting. I've given all of the signs so far a bit of advice, a lot of encouragement, but you are surely going to be the only sign that I'm going to give actual homework to. You heard me correctly. If you would like to know precisely what your homework is going to be, please look in the description box to see how you can get a personal and detailed reading from me. Now, what is this homework going to concern? Lucky for you, it's going to be all about you. As the nodes change signs, leaving Scorpio and Taurus, going into Aries and your sign this July, the South Node will enter your sign. If you're a Libra ascendant or moon, this is going to affect how you feel about yourself and your identity. So let's get the hard stuff out of the way first. Consider this. For the next year and a half, starting in July of 2023, you might feel a little bit out of place, out of sorts, perhaps even disconnected from yourself. You're trying to form a new identity, figure out who you really want to be. With that being said, each and every day, try to take some time to see what direction you want to take your life in. If you enter into a new relationship in this window, be sure not to lose your sense of self, as the South Node does tend to disconnect us from people, things, and feelings. If it's going over your moon, you might feel a little bit lost, disconnected from yourself, not being able to reflect properly or connect to your own feelings or connect to your own life and the people in it. If it's the ascendant, it can do much the same. And it can actually take you off the path that you're on now and put you on a completely different path in life, as the first house has a lot to do with that. So this is my advice to you. Start the year planning, thinking about the summertime, when this time comes, what you want your life to look like for the next 2 years, and the steps you're going to take to feel really at peace with yourself and have a powerful sense of self. Now, I know Libras get the reputation for being people pleasers and indecisive and have the inability to make stern decisions, but this year is going to give you the opportunity to practice being stern and consistent and really utilize the opportunity, because it will take you very far. So Mars is currently retrograding in your 9th house of condition of marriage, legalities, paperwork, long distance travel. If you're going anywhere between the start of the year through the 13th of January, just make sure that everything is tidy and organized. You've double checked every single thing, checked in advance, booked this, that, and the other. When Mars goes direct, he will stay in Gemini until March the 13th, which could give some clashes with authority figures at work. You might let go of a belief system. You might soften what you thought to be true before, take on something new, and you might also find yourself exchanging some harsh words with the father. So just focus on that. Try to figure out to be as diplomatic as possible. Now, in the springtime, then, Mars will move into your 10th house, where he will be debilitated. As he is your 7th ruler, it can also cause some friction with partnership and colleagues, people at work, and people in general. So around springtime, just try your best to be your true diplomatic self and easygoing. This will pass. However, what it's very good for is helping you accelerate your career ambitions and change your status in the world. And that could mean just about anything, because the 10th is how you impact your surroundings and the mark that you leave. You might change residence or relationship status. You can go from being single to married, a lady to a mother, and so forth. You might be married and choose to separate. So you have a lot of opportunities this year to restructure the foundations of your life and then build a new one. But either way, you really mean business, because all things business are coming in really hot for you for 2023, especially the second half of the year. The spring is going to be extremely energetically eventful. So I highly recommend at the start of the year, you make a list of what it is that you really want to achieve, or start planting those seeds. You will be opening up your world to new people and possibilities. So networking here is absolutely essential, and you have some serious help for networking. Venus, the planet of love, friendship, and luxuries, is going to be in the sign of Leo for a really long time, from June the 5th to October the 8th. She's going to be in your 11th house of social circles, groups, our colleagues, our friends, people that we interact with online and network. And this is really nice. So take advantage to meet as many new people as possible. This can really help you with investments. This can help you with meeting the right people to position yourself in life. So take advantage, but you don't have to be pleasant to absolutely everyone. So don't lose yourself in these new friendships and relationships. Speaking of relationships, wow. I mean, really big time wow. You can certainly attract a new partner this year as soon as April, the first part of the year. But I would say if you don't, it's okay because the second half really is just holding something special for you. There's going to be a huge eclipse taking place in your opposite sign, Aries, which takes place on April the 20th at 19 degrees. And consider this, it's a total solar eclipse and the sun exalts in the sign of Aries. And because it's your opposite sign, it's seventh from itself, it's in the house and the position of relationships and the marriage partner. The seventh is the type of person that you attract. This is going to be, it's 29 degrees, not 19 degrees, April 20th at 29 degrees. Very powerful. So consider that you could really attract somebody at this time, and certainly in this year, because eclipses can have lasting effects, about 3-month cycle, 6-month cycle, 18-month cycle. So I don't think Libra risings are going to be single for much longer. Couple this with the fact that your chart ruler is going through the 11th, I wouldn't rule out meeting someone through another person, while your 7th ruler is going to be in the 10th, cusping the 11th house. So you could meet them through work, through a colleague, or some type of social event, a conference, a seminar, anything that you do to improve your status in the world, anything that you do to socialize, including the internet. So opportunities abound. You are very fortunate with love this year, Libra. So lucky. Also, your 8th ruler is also Venus, and as she is going to retrograde from July 22nd till September the 3rd, July 22nd till the 3rd of September, I would encourage that you don't get swept up in the momentum of something that seems a little bit too good to be true. But you really can meet people rather unexpectedly, because the 8th gives the energy of things that happen suddenly, like lightning striking, and the 11th, natural Aquarian house actually does rule electricity, so sparks could fly. I mean, I hope not literally, but I hope, sparks fly in the most beautiful poetic sense. Jupiter is also going to be in Aries for the first 4.5 months of the year. So we open the year with Jupiter going through your 7th house, expanding that area, not only for love, but also business. It's just such a savvy year for you. You have so much potential to meet the right people. If you've just finished university, you can really position yourself now socially to meet the right people, to get the right connections for your dream job or apartment. If you're looking to find a relationship, start a business, a side hustle, or monetize a hobby, you can attract just the best type of people and clients. And I have no doubts you're going to be really popular, because the 8th house is clientele and other people's money. And with Venus going into the 11th of social groups, attracting people, bringing attention to you, you can surely prosper this year. Now, Jupiter, as I said, will be in the 7th, which is also nice. You can meet lots of lovely new people to do business with, form a romance, have lots of laughter and playfulness in your current relationships. Following which, he will then enter the sign of Taurus in your 8th house from May the 16th until May of 2024. Jupiter going through the 8th house, whether you're a lady or a gentleman, if you're listening and you're single, during this transit, you actually could meet someone who makes a lot more money than you and is quite wealthy or prosperous. They have a lot of resources, they're really well connected, and what's most is they're willing to share it. So it's looking like a year that can just bring in so much to do with social resources that make manifest in the most influential way. So spouse, if you're married, your spouse could receive a raise. You or them could have some luck with a form of passive income. Income from clients, tax returns are all looking really good. Now, Saturn will be entering your 6th house of Pisces on March the 7th, where he will remain until May 24th, 2025. So weight, health, work ethic, discipline are all going to be big points to consider. If there's been something that's been bothering you health-wise, it's best to go check it out, especially if it's chronic. Even if it's an ache or a pain, something from being on the computer too long or staring at a screen, check it out, because Saturn's going to be there for a while and you want to make sure that you're feeling really good. You could surely turn a hobby into some form of work or something that you enjoy, like working with children, applying to work at a daycare, opening your own daycare, writing a children's book. These things could all become profitable for you this year. Working with the elderly is also good. And lastly, if you have some issues with legalities or you're going through a divorce, you do have Saturn's might favoring you, but you must do all things ethically and out in the open. So you want to see those results come back to you in the best possible way. I will also add, if you're thinking of getting into a relationship or leaving a relationship, depending on which you do and in the manner in which they are done, you can stand to incur some losses or gains. Once again, that depends on the ethics of the matter. Whatever happens, I wish you all the best, lovely Libras. Thank you so much for being here. May health, happiness, and love reign supreme in your life this year. Thank you, and bye-bye for now.